Hi, Kipsters. I'm going to go through the Pythagorean Theorem so that you guys can retake this test, but you first need to go through this Educanon video. I currently have my calculator. You might be able to use a Google calculator because the one that is on your Chromebook does not do square roots. So you will be able to use a calculator on this test. The first thing I want to acknowledge is that this is a right triangle because I said so in this case. Usually it normally tells you though. I noticed that the opposite of my right triangle is my hypotenuse, and I noticed that I do have this. So I know this is going to be a Pythagorean theorem problem with subtraction. So in order to prepare myself, I'm going to draw my area. And I also have to remember that there's another thing that's there, which is my side. And I'm just going to put a dotted box around that, okay? All right, first things first, I need to find out what 25 times 25 is. So 25 times 25 is 625. I need to figure out 18 times 18 is, and that's 324. Now, in order to communicate to the other area, I need to subtract, because when I have both legs, I add, but when I don't have both legs, I have to subtract. So 625 minus 324 is 301. Now, that's not my answer, it's just the area of my answer. So I have to take the square root of it. So now I have to take the square root of 301. So square root of 301 is about 17. It's actually like 17.349. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just going to use 17. I know it's between 17 and 18, but closer to 17. All right, so that will be my first answer, is that the missing side is 17 feet. My answer. Great. All right, next problem. I want you to try all by yourself. Go. So 24 feet would be my answer. I know it's 24 feet because my calculator says 23.64. Okay? All right, try the next one together. I notice I have a legend, and it says 1 foot is equal to 7 miles. Now, I'm going to treat this as my first step, and this is my second step. Okay? So I just have to remember this is a two-step problem. Okay, I'm going to still do the same thing. I notice that across from my right angle, I have my hypotenuse, and I don't know what it is. So this means I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem with addition. Okay, 16 times 16 is 256. 12 times 12 is 144. 256 plus 144 is 400. And the square root of 400 is 20. All right. I have to remember I just only did one step, so now I need to go to 2 steps. So this is 20 feet. If every foot is 7 miles, I should probably multiply 20 times 7 in order to get my number of miles. So this is 140 miles. There's my answer, my 2-step problem. All right, your turn. Question number 3. What is the diagonal length? A diagonal means like it goes from one corner to the opposite corner, so you have to construct that diagonal. I notice that that is missing. My hypotenuse is missing, so I'm going to use addition. All right, so I'm still going to have to find my squares in order to find my square root. All right, 40 times 40 is 1,600. 30 times 30 is 900. All right, 1,600 or 1,600 plus 900 equals 2,500. If you take the square root of that, you get 50. It's 50 inches. So I know that the diagonal length of the screen is 50 inches. Answer. Okay? You try. So this is 15 centimeters. Okay. What is the distance around the shape? So this is interesting because they're not asking me what is the distance from one corner to the other. They're not asking me for the hypotenuse. They ask me what is the distance around the shape. So I know this is going to be 2 steps. I'm going to have 1 step, and then I'm going to have 2 steps to figure out how much is the distance around. Okay? So let's do it. So this is 49. 12 times 12 is 144. 49 plus 144 equals 193. And the square root of 193 is, it's about 14. Okay, so we finished the first step. The second step is now we need to find the distance around. In order to find the distance around, I need to add up all of the sides. So I'm going to add up 7, I'm going to add up 12, and I'm going to add up 14. So 7 plus 12 plus 14 is equal to 33. So the distance around the shape is 33 centimeters. Okay, you try. All right, there you go. I'll see you guys in a while.